make some hay today. A lot to do this morning, so we gotta give it another hour or so. And we'll get raking. We got 20 acres of alfalfa. Now we're gonna rake and bale. Dad's gonna use the New Holland baler. And then we got 13 acres of grass that we're gonna rake. So while we wait for stuff to dry up, we'll check a little cow. They're finding mud somewhere. She must have got some more perlet out of that back bucket. They're coming fast. Hey.
There's a whole mess of calves there.
Well, the sun is shining good. We got a small breeze. There's a little bit of dampness to this grass yet. I think we'll start raking now. Yesterday afternoon we felt it and it was crispy. Leaves were gonna fall off. You know, we had a tremendous dew last night, so now it's pretty ropey again. It'll rake up real great, keep these leaves. Not as impressive as I thought they would be. That's okay. We'll probably be closer to that 1.5 bales an acre. Still gonna be some great hay. Seeing tons of mushrooms. They like moisture, humidity. Frogs, snakes, and turtles. I've seen more in the last week than the last 3 years. I think the pheasants are doing pretty good too, seeing a lot of them. Still pretty dang humid. That's gonna take a while. The corn sure is getting tall. That's probably about 6 foot already. Starting to get a little bit of a breeze. That's good. Got some regurds. I think I started raking a bit too early this morning, so I hope I didn't trap too much moisture in that windrow, but it'll come around. It'll get there. It's getting up in the 80s. Got any last words?
Am I dying?
No.
Okay, then I don't have any last words.
Okay. See, this could go really good, you know, if it works. Or there could be issues and we make a mess. Well, the stuff on the outside is about as good as it can get, but there is some moisture on the inside. It's not bad. Bit of a bummer, it's not quite ready, so I guess I'll head to the next couple fields. The grass is probably ready to rake. Here's a look at the beans. A lot of them are starting to get a little weedy. You know, with all that rain, gave plenty of moisture to the weed seed. I was noticing this volunteer corn and I'm thinking, what the heck? It seems like every time I see one, it's right in the row. I was like, there's some sort of phenomenon going on where the volunteer corn was popping up right with the row. Then I realized this is our first bean field we planted after corn, so there was just a little bit in the meters and every once in a while one would fall in and just get planted with the rest of the corn, or would get planted with the rest of the beans. We got the 3-acre field that we cut a couple days ago. We're gonna rake that, and then we got 10 acres of grass over here. You know, I think that might be ready to bale. Dad could probably head this way. Nice looking hay. Dad's on his way to start baling. So by the time we're done with these 2 small fields, that alfalfa on the outside will probably be too dry. But when you bale that stuff too dry, you lose a lot of the leaves, and that's where the good stuff is. We're gonna have to wait until the sun starts going down, the moisture starts getting into the leaves. Dad's gonna finish this field up, and then about 7-ish o'clock, a little after that, we'll go and try baling that alfalfa. You know, it's gotta start soaking up some moisture. That baler sounds pretty good, smooth. Nothing clanging, banging. Look at Tiffany's cherry plants. I mean, that's a strawberry actually, so yeah. I don't know, I didn't know we could grow that in South Dakota. So these cows are up in this pen right here. I want to lock them out of their pasture and let them back in the trees. There's a lot of grass in there. Give the pasture a little rest. Not that it really needs one, but might as well take advantage of the grass growing up around the trees. That should open them up to about 15, 20 acres of grass this tall. There are tons of feed out there. Dad checked the hay at 5:30 and it was crispy. Now it's about 8 o'clock. You can feel it in the air. Moisture. That's what we need. And the inside of the windrow, it ain't bad. Like Dad said on the drive over, by the time we're finished with this field, the moisture might be pretty good. He made a bale! It did it! Let's go see it. Well, folks, there it is. The 664 done it. All we wanted to do a month ago was just make a couple just to know it's ready. So now we know when/if we start someday doing road ditches, that thing will work and make some hay for us. Well, now he's outside the baler walking around, so that obviously can't be good. We'll stop and he's got a door open too, so I don't know if a chain broke or something slipping, something ain't right. Maybe something electrical. Who would have thunk we would have got electrical issues on the older equipment? Playing with some cords and it kind of got going. We gotta twine a bale. You know, that small breakdown just kind of slowed us back to the pace of just running one baler. He keeps spitting them out, seems to be working good. Thing only has twine on it, so you know it's gotta, that bale's gotta spin a lot more to get that twine wrapped around all the way down. That's one thing that attracts people to balers that have net. Your bale only has to spin about 2.5 times, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on what you're baling. Actually, I think we only wrapped these about 1.8 times. But that thing, you know, you're sitting there for probably a good 20 seconds or so, each bale just sitting there spinning, wrapping twine all the way down it. So it takes him about 2 to 3 times as long. And that's not because the baler is a bit older than this one. That's just the difference between net wrap and twine. All right. I made 22 bales.
I made 13.
13? That ain't bad.
35.
Got about 1.6, 1.7 bales to the acre. Well, that was a pleasant end to the evening.
Okay.
Could have gone worse.
It went all right.
Yeah. All right. You're not giving me much, so thanks for watching.
Well, I'll tell you. It's kind of rough riding. It's a little herky-jerky. There's a lot of beeping going on, and it's not as smooth as that fancy one, the rig you were running, but you ain't smart enough to run the old one, I reckon, so.
I ain't learned up on it.
I reckon you need to do some learning yet.
All right.
Does that make you feel better? I said stuff.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Love to see you next time. Have a good one. Do it. Yep. Yep. Why is he claw in front of him but poop behind him?
Just the way he's made.
Come on now. I'm missing supper. What? He's doing more digging than anything else. That wasn't a good enough spot, he says. Oh, there he goes.